Good morning, everyone. So take two this morning. I just realized when I started that last video that my phone was sideways, and you guys would have to watch me all sideways all morning, which wouldn't have been very good. So lots has happened this week. Last weekend was on stage, and some amazing stuff that was shown to us. So this is the card that we're going to be making today, but I'm just going to set that aside for a moment, just to show you some of the wonderful stuff that we did get introduced to at on stage. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it. I had other commitments with my son, but that came up last minute. So my team, they're just so wonderful. They brought me my bag of goodies and stuff, and I've been able to do my make and takes here at home, thanks to Tracy, who did all the stamping for me. So this little card here is actually one of the cards that's going to be in the May paper pumpkin. It's called Hugs from Shelley. For those of you who don't know, Shelley is one of the co-founders of Stampin' Up, and her daughter Sarah is the CEO now. And so Shelley got to help design a paper pumpkin kit, and so it's got all the things in it that she loves. Lots of textures and stuff. This ribbon that's in, well, string, I don't know what you want to call it. It's almost like a terry cloth, and just some really great textures, some little bit of shine in there with the silver, and the envelopes are to die for. This hexagon, this long hexagon shape that you see here, is also one of the new dies that's going to be available. I grabbed my set in my pre-order, so it should be arriving on Monday afternoon. Being that that's a holiday, a day off for us, Easter Monday, I'm not sure if it'll arrive, but if it does, you can bet I'll be on to do some unpacking and show you the goodies that I grabbed. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you. This is one of the May paper pumpkins. There's actually going to be can't remember if it's 3 or 4 designs in the kit, but it makes 12 cards total, and it's all going to be along this line with like birds' nests and the soft colors and everything. So really beautiful set for springtime. So make sure that you get online and order your paper pumpkin if you haven't yet. It's going to be one that you really don't want to miss. Even the box is adorable. So yeah, definitely try and grab that. Another one that we got to work on was this beautiful card. Now, I've actually ordered this stamp set and this designer paper as part of my pre-order. I believe it's called Free as a Bird, and it's just really beautiful and springy, and I'm super excited about it. We've got this new lace ribbon as well, and some really beautiful sentiments in that stamp set. So this was another one of our make and takes. I've got a few others, but I haven't had a chance to put them together yet. I might get on later today and actually do that as like a little video this afternoon. But I wanted to move along to the retirement list, because anytime we're introducing new stuff, of course, we have to clear out the old. Otherwise, we'd have a catalog so big we couldn't carry around. So you can go online and print out the retiring list. You'll notice that the retiring list from the main catalog is really thick. It's a little deceiving, and they've done a little bit to help us along. You'll see here like the stitched all around wood mount stamp set and everything. It's kind of highlighted. That's because this is on the retiring list, but it's technically not retiring. If you want it in wood mount or clear mount, yes, you need to grab it now. If you want to buy it as a bundle and save 10% getting the stamps and the dies, yes, you have to buy it now. But if you are okay paying 10% more for the bundle, or if you are happy, like I am, to be able to get this in cling instead of clear mount, then you're all good and you don't need to rush out and grab it just yet. It will be in the new catalog. Same with the animal outing. Animal outing's not going anywhere. You just won't be able to get it in wood or clear mount, and the bundle pricing, the save 10%, will be gone. So definitely, if you're looking to buy the stamp set and the dies together, grab them now while you're saving 10%. And if you're addicted to the wood mount ones and just really love those, grab them now, because this is the last time you're going to be able to buy anything from Stampin' Up, aside from the occasional large like background stamp like the buffalo check and stuff. You'll still be able to get that in wood mount, but all of their other stamps, they are stopping the wood mount. I guess just the cost of shipping and sustainability and stuff. It's just better to be using those reusable clear blocks. And then, no surprise, the Occasions catalog has a lot of retiring stuff, but they also have kept a ton of great stuff. So for the next few weeks, I'm going to be really focusing on some of my favorite retiring sets. And so the one I'm focusing on today is the One for All set, especially this Happy Birthday. I have made so many cards using this stamp, and so I'm going to show you just another way to use it today to add a little bit of fun color and make a great card. And I am pairing it up with a stamp set that I was so happy to see is carrying over the birthday backgrounds. We're going to get to keep that one, and so I've paired it up with the One for All, and this is just such a fabulous stamp set. So let's get straight into this. I did prepare. There we go. I've cut up my little pieces of cardstock here for the front of this, and I'll go grab a card base. So lots of you know I always keep card bases pre-cut and pre-scored with the thick Whisper White just on the side of my desk so that it's easy to grab those. So I'm going to do my stamping to begin with on the back here. I am using that fun Explosions stamp from the birthday backgrounds, and that one's going to be available in the future. And then I've got Poppy Parade, Mango Melody, and Calypso Coral. Good morning, Val. As the three colors that I'm using for this background. Now, I am going to start with my Mango Melody. When I'm stamping in multiple shades, I tend to start with my lighter one and then work up to using my darker ones. That way, you can always cover up a lighter color with dark, but you can't go the other way. So, I'm going to just do some stamping here in my Mango Melody, and I'm just kind of going around randomly, kind of get all the points. It's kind of like adding embellishments. I try and go in, the rule of threes and work my way around. So now I'm going to clean this off. Technically, I guess I don't have to because I'm going into a darker color and it won't really affect it, but I always do. So now I'm going to go into Calypso Coral, my next darkest shade. And this is still one of the old ink pads, so do a little bit of twisting there on the felt. And come in like this. And again, I'm just kind of hitting all three sides and not worrying too much about the middle because I do have a sentiment that's going to be going in there and covering up the middle. So now that I'm done with Calypso Coral, I'm going to move on to Poppy Parade. And these two are actually so similar, I'm not even going to bother cleaning my stamp in between. And now this is where it gets a little tricky, just making sure that I'm not stamping over top of any of my lighter colors. There we go, just sneak in there. If these overlap a little bit, it actually doesn't look too bad, so I'm not too worried. And there we go. All right, now I will sneak in there. Do a little bit more. There. All right. And again, I'm not worried about that because it's going to get covered up on my sentiment. So now that I've got my card base stamped, I can put that off to the side. Sorry about the cough. I am still trying to recover from this nasty cold that I've had. All right, and I'll clean that up. This is actually a card that I'm going to be making at a birthday Stamp-A-Stack with some young girls next week, I believe. So keep that all clean and pack that up. Now, here comes the fun part of this card. Oh, it looks like I didn't clean this from the last time I stamped. So I'm just going to clean this off. We're going to do a little bit of blending of colors right on our stamp. So first thing I'm going to do is grab my Mango Melody. Well, actually, I'm going to grab my paper that I'm going to stamp on. How about that? Oh, I know. And, you know, I heard Sandra Fenning say that she had the same cold. She ended up going to her doctor's, and it's mild bronchitis and a sinus infection. So now she's on antibiotics. So I don't know. There's a lot of people at work who are really sick with this as well. All right. So anyway, so I'm going to grab my Mango Melody, and I'm going to ink up like well over half of my stamp. I'm not trying to ink the whole thing because I don't want the whole thing in Mango Melody, but I am going to do a good chunk of it. And then I'm going to take my Poppy Parade, and we're actually just skipping Calypso Coral entirely for this one. And I'm going to do about 3/4, about 3/4 of just the word birthday. I'm not doing the whole thing. Now I'm going to take a sponge, and I am going to kind of just take that Poppy Parade that I did and swoop it up a bit and go over the whole card that way and right up into the happy birthday, but not all the way to the top of the H. I want to keep the top very purely Mango Melody. And now that I've done that, I'm going to stamp my image onto my piece of cardstock. So now I use that sponge not to remove ink, but just to kind of smudge it around. And when I lift that, you can see I've now got that nice shaded effect. Now to do this again, I would want to clean my stamp and start all over again. So it is a bit of a process if you're making a bunch of these, because you do have to clean between each stamping so that you get that good clean blend. So we've got that done. Oh, I've got a little mark on there. Oh well. Now we just get to put the card together. So I'm going to move these inks out of the way. And now it's just a bunch of gluing, or I think I'm going to be lazy today and use my snail. I am getting a little bit more comfortable lining things up with the snail. I usually like the green because I can kind of move things around if I don't get it quite lined up. I know, isn't that a really nice effect with the sponges directly onto the stamp? I was just playing around the other day and realized that I could do that to get that nice blended effect. All right, now I am working with Poppy Parade, so I'm trying not to like get it smudged everywhere. All right, I think I have some on my hands. So we'll layer this up. And then we will grab some, oh, and sorry, the cardstock I used was the Calypso Coral and then the Poppy Parade. And I've just cut them at 1/8 of an inch larger than my base for my happy birthday. And now I'm going to grab some dimensionals. Pop those on the back. Oops, don't need to double up. And I always like to do one in the middle. There we go. And so yeah, this gorgeous stamp set is on the retiring list. It's actually quite an affordable stamp set. I think it's only $22. And so it's one that I am definitely not going to be giving up. It's just way too much fun, especially for, you know, a teenager and stuff. They're kind of at that age where nothing's really cool. So the words simply happy birthday and some fireworks, we're good to go. Because yeah, this card class that I'm doing is for some 13-year-old girls. And I asked our resident 13-year-old, and she was like, oh yeah, definitely, like, just keep it simple. So that's what we are doing, some fun colors. And then thought the color palette as well, if they, you know, did get invited to a boys' party or something, then they've got something that's still appropriate for a boy as well. All right, I am struggling today to get these even with my Take Out Your Pick tool. I don't know, some days I have the worst luck with these things. All right, and then throw some bling on here. If I knew it was going to be for a boy, I might not throw the bling on, and the card itself is just fine without it. But there we go. And voila, our card is done. So it's a super fast, easy card to make and just a ton of fun. So try that out in different colors and yeah, get a different look with the different shading that you can do with that. And I hope you enjoyed seeing that. You can use my hostess code, go online, check out those retiring lists. I really don't want you guys to miss out on anything. So I will be posting cards and highlighting different sets that are going to be retiring. And grab them quick because things will be gone and there's no reordering. They're not going to restock anything. So once it's gone, it's gone. Although you technically have till June 3rd. Some items I know are going to go really quickly. Especially anything with the in colors. All right, so have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you probably later this week because I think my paper pumpkin arrives today. I'm kind of excited to see it. It's the distinctive ink one. So I'll probably see you a few times this week and this weekend with it being the holiday. I'll have some more time to stamp. Take care. Bye-bye.